2021, we get information that this individual,
the ex,
is talking to Margaret.
Speak about him. So she gets out her information through Margaret.
I'm not gagging.
Ow.
Hi.
Hi.
Teresa.
Yeah.
These are yours, kid.
From who? Oh.
Sorry.
This is the most gangster move I've ever seen in my whole existence of life. But keep your together, Danielle. Brilliant.
What's up, y'all? And I'm back with another video, and today we'll be talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. This is the episode before the finale. Like I said before, New Jersey, something gotta happen. I'm actually really becoming drained. That's why I didn't review last episode, just because one, I was doing a lot of things. Per my last video, you can see like what I did this weekend. I was over here out, and you know, I just wanted to enjoy my weekend, so I didn't review last week. But you know, I'm gonna have to give, like, you know, take my hat off to Miss Margaret Joseph. I'm not a fan of her. I really don't really care for her. I know she's not my girl, right? However, I have to give, you know, I have to give credit where credit is due. Girl, Teresa, I'm sorry, she ate you up on that one. She did. Teresa, you look crazy on this episode, but to each his own. Like, comment, subscribe.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
We start the episode off with, you know, Jennifer Aiden. She's talking to her husband, because you know all the men. And like I said, I really don't like talking about the men on my reviews. Like the men, they all hang out. They hang out with Louis. They do a devotional, all these things. Cool. But you know, Jennifer Aiden, she talked to her husband. She's like, oh my God, babe, you know, we all had a pajama party. We all were just sitting down having a good time. And she was like, you know, Danielle, you know, I'm trying not to really be around her. I really don't care for her. I can move on with her, but you know, it would have to come from her. You know, I could be a grown woman, but she would have to come from her. But she was like, we did talk about sex. And he was like, okay, of course you did. He was like, okay, what do y'all talk about? She was like, we'll talk about, you know, if you're not in the mood to like actually do it, milking the prostate. And I'm looking like, girl, maybe we have two different definitions of milking the prostate. Babe, when she was talking about, like, I'm assuming she's talking about like a hand job.
So just, you know, we were talking about milking the prostate.
Oh my God.
Like, you know, milking the shaft.
When I think about milking the prostate, baby, girl, TMI, y'all, TMI. Milking the prostate is something totally different. Totally different. Okay. If you're talking about milking the prostate, somebody is tooted and booted. If you know what I mean.
You know what I mean.
So we see, you know, Dolores. I'm gonna talk about Dolores and Polly. Like I said before, I really do feel like Dolores is pressed over to have a man. And I'm just like, girl, I get you like this man. I get you love this man and all these things. Great. But girl, you seem pressed over this man. Ugh, it's so irritating. But you know, Polly talks about, you know, he goes over to see, you know, what's his face? Teresa's on Louis. So he was like, yeah, we're on Louis. We're doing these devotionals, talk about, you know, how we dedicate our lives to our women. We love them. And Dolores like, what'd you say about me? What'd you say? You said you love me? You said I'm the greatest.
We say to the person you're with, you don't get an opportunity. It wasn't acting. It wasn't put on. It wasn't planned. It was actually very thoughtful. It was.
Oh, so thoughtful.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you got to wait till the video come out. I don't know what I said. It just said in the moment. You know, it's genuine. Cool. But then she let him know, like, babe, guess what? The house that we're all supposed to go to for, you know, our trip. Yeah. It burned down.
Go to the girls' trip I planned?
Yeah.
Just burned down last night. So.
Kidding me?
And I'm just like, that is a clear sign. Like, bitch, one, what the end of the season. That's one. Two, like, you bitches can't act. And this next episode, this Sunday is about to show us that these girls act a fool, right? So Then we transfer over, we see Margaret Joseph out with Jen Fessler. So Jen Fessler basically dropped the T. And like I said before, I feel like Jen, you was really aligning with Teresa. You was bouncing back and forth with Margaret. But then it's just like, you just seem messy as fuck, to be honest.
And she said she was having some of us over because her lawyer has actual court findings pertaining to you.
Because it's just like, okay, Teresa invited you to her little thing, but then you run over to Margaret like, yeah, Margaret, I cannot go to this thing because it's all about you. She's inviting an attorney to talk about you, girl. I don't like that. So Margaret do look like her head was spinning, right? Because so she's sitting there and talking about, girl.
Okay, so Teresa's gonna invite all the girls to sit around with an attorney to talk about me.
James Leonard's office is near the meth clinic in Atlantic City. My attorney's office is on Madison Avenue. My attorney would never be holding court to discredit somebody.
And she just like, at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm your friend. I'm not going to go. I don't want to sit here and support her, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And Margaret just felt like, you know, all my friends are there and y'all even going to even entertain this is crazy. But it's one of those things where it's just like, look, I'm friends with you and I'm friends with her too. So I'm like, what do you expect me to do?
What kind of person does that to throw an event just to talk about me with an attorney? Why would anybody even show up? Because she wants me to hear her out, and it's not going to change anything that I have here.
Jen Fessler, I feel like she did this to get back in good with Margaret, not to just like stand on her own or make her own decision. Because she was like, I'm going to text her and let her know that I am not coming. So I'm just like, girl, you're just doing too much. When the attorney got brought up, do I believe that Margaret was like shaking in her boots? Yes. Because we find out a lot of stuff at the end of this episode. And mind you, the shit ain't fucking like, what? You what? Right. Like, we all knew from day one what the shit was. Just one of those things where I'm just looking like, this is getting out of hand. So, you already know Teresa's running around with her hair chopped off, like running around ragged, just like, I can't believe, you know, they're doing all this to me. It's just so crazy. You know, all the ladies, they come over at the end of the episode to see, you know, Teresa's whole reveal. So the attorney is there and he already gives me scammer and con artist, but you know, he has a legit situation going on. I ain't mad. Go ahead. So he basically sits all the ladies down. You know, Danielle and Jennifer are there. They're not arguing, thank the Lord. So it is Dolores, Danielle, Jen, Gia, Jackie. Right.
You were all just saying that, Jen. So thank you guys so much for coming. You don't have to thank Jen and Danielle for both being here. We're fine, babe. We're fine.
So, first of all, we already see that she FaceTime everybody and got everybody's like, yeah, you know, we're going to come and support you, girl. So everybody wants to hear and what's going to happen. So Teresa's like, look, I want to introduce you guys to, you know, my attorney. He's going to basically lay everything out to you guys of what's basically his findings is going to happen. So he breaks it down like, look, I've been with Teresa for 9 years. I've been on her family, you know, when she was in prison, right? He said Teresa has been so stressed out because of this one woman. She's been more stressed out about Margaret than her being stressed out about going to jail. And I'm looking at him like, you full of shit. Like, you're not about to sit up here and tell me that Margaret has Teresa that stressed out, then going to prison. Please stop the bullshit. Okay? So then, you know, he's over here talking, explaining like, you know, during the court proceedings, there was a legal case and, you know, Margaret Joseph's name was brought up and she was subpoenaed to, you know, talk and like, you know, be a witness of all the stuff that's going on. So Margaret declined to come, which I didn't think you could do that, but to each his own.
Vacation with this person. Margaret responds that she got the subpoena and that she wasn't going to come to court.
Girl, I'm not going to jail. So I would have went. But basically, to say that she was a part of, you know, spreading all these rumors about Louis. And Teresa's sitting over here gassing it. She's just like,
Yeah, guys, this is gonna blow your mind because Margaret is the one that did all the stuff with the person, and that's where she got the stuff from, guys.
I'm not gagging.
And Margaret is getting information about Teresa and Louis and is trying to hurt them with it.
and everybody's just like, oh, okay. I'm just looking like, girl, you ain't saying shit that did nobody else know, right? Like, first of all, everybody knew that Margaret was basically one of the only ones coming out with information left and right. And information that, you know, you would either have to like dig and look on the internet from what the girls are posting, because the girls were actively posting on the internet, or you would have to go there and talk to them. And Margaret was over here very much like, you know, popping it, right? So I mean, for her to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that, you know, she did this. And she, like, even Dolores, like, girl, this is not monumental. This ain't shit that I should have changed my clothes, put some shoes on, do my makeup, tie my hair up in a bun to drive to your house to hear some shit that I already know. Girl, it's a waste of time. But we get a knock on the door. Who is it? So, Teresa goes to the door. You know how she do that walk? So she goes to the door, she opened it, and it was, I mean, he's a special delivery. And it would have been icing cake. He like, you know, my condolences. Girl, it was a bouquet from, a funeral bouquet from Margaret, bitch.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's so disgusting. It's from Marge. No, I don't want it. Refuse it.
Saying, with lots of love, consideration for your loss of dignity, this and the third, love, Margaret. Bitch, this is the type of petty bullshit that I want to see.
This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see.
Like, because girl, it, like, don't get me wrong, like, is it kind of fucked up? Yes. But is it gonna kill some? Oh, girl. But like, girl, it's just like shady. So I'm just like, girl, she get 10 points for me for that one. I still don't fuck with her. But Margaret, you get 10 points. You did that little one. Yeah, good job. Teresa, girl, I felt like Teresa wanted to go to the bathroom and pull her hair out. But I was like, this is just a horrible woman. This is so crazy. A lot of people online, there's mixed emotions. Some people feel like what Margaret did was so classless and tasteless and this and the third. And some people are just like, you know, champion her because, like, girl, shady. I feel like two things can be right at the same time. It was classless and it was tasteless. And I think that was the point. I don't think Margaret gave a fuck about her feelings. Like, girl, I don't like you, so I don't even have a pot to piss in for you, bitch. So, you know, it just is what it is. And I'm just ready for next episode because I'm really going to give this my full. But y'all, let me know what you guys think. Who you think is... First of all, we already know that a cast shakeup is on the horizon. Okay? The cast shakeup is on the horizon. And I feel like Bravo is either going to do a full cast shakeup or keep 2 to 3 people max. And I think Teresa and Melissa, please hang up your Housewives credentials because you both have to go. You cannot survive this cast shakeup. By any means, Teresa and Melissa cannot survive this cast shakeup because I am over it. I don't give a fuck about them kids. I don't give a fuck about that family. I don't give a fuck about Teresa. And I damn sure don't give a fuck about Melissa and Joe. I'm over it. Hang it up flat screen. Bye-bye. Yeah. But who y'all think is going to come back? Honestly, I think there's 3 people that's going to come back. I would like to see Dolores come back just because I feel like Dolores could be the matriarch of the group. And Danielle and Rachel, I feel like they are secured. They are 2 seasons in, and to be honest, I ain't gonna hold you. Danielle and Rachel really did a big one on this season. You know, Rachel, she was coming after Teresa. And don't get me wrong, Rachel irritated my fucking nerves throughout the whole entire time. But I have to give her credit that the girl was at least engaging. We learned a little bit about her family, her backstory. You know, we learned that her husband was over here talking about Teresa being a criminal when literally he was a criminal in his adulthood. Yeah, you thought I was going to speed by it. I didn't speed by it. John Fuda, how in the actual fuck are you gonna sit up here and run your mouth about Teresa when we got you in newspapers? Girl, you were in the jailbird. Girl, are you crazy? Now, like I said, Teresa, she's all that. Yeah. But you are too. But to each his own. And then Danielle. I thought Danielle, I really like her story. I like her whole character on the show. The only thing I don't like about Danielle is the fact that, girl, at some point you're gonna have to fold. I get that you stand on business with not fucking with your family from time to time, but girl, I'm over it. Obviously. But who y'all think gonna survive the cash shakeup? Let me know in the comments. See y'all later. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a guy stop a jolly, break your ear here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around cause I excite ya. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This American all I really ask you for. Now I got to go. Got